Hi guys, if you're watching this video, you bought some DTM switchback lights for your BMW E90 with bi-xenons. If not, you probably looked at the wrong video, but it might apply to you for other E90s too. So basically, you're wondering how to get these little rings to blink yellow with the turn signal. I'll show you how. So you're gonna get a unit like this. This is gonna have some wires that connect to the halos, hook those up. You're gonna want the power wires to connect. You're gonna need this little black ground wire for the projector light, and then this one for the angel eyes to splice into the black wire. Underneath here I have a wire crimp. I would not advise just electrical taping them. And then the red wire to the red wire, obvious for power. But where's this yellow wire go? This would be our turn signal light. So it's gonna need to go into the turn signal, but there's not just one wire for the turn signals, there's 3 of them. Which one do you need to splice into? So you're gonna have to splice into it and make sure that you have the black wire on both sides and the yellow wire feeding into it. You are going to want to splice into the one farthest from this little capacitor thing, it's the one towards the back. How did I find this out? With an electrical tester pen, figured out which one had the current. This one and the other one on the far side had a current. The middle one was the ground. If you wire it into the one closest this way, this is going to cause the rings to just be yellow, just be amber all the time. I figured that out with my first attempt, as you can see, which I patched back up. But with the second one, when you turn the turn signal, they're going to flash yellow in whatever pattern they're designed to flash, I suppose. So that is your turn signal, like kind of indicator light. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it. You're just gonna splice into here and make sure the power wire's on and whatnot. I'm not sure how to do this whole 50% brightness thing, to be honest with you. It probably goes into the power wire for 50% brightness. I'm just gonna make sure put that wiring towards the back, so if I change my mind and want to do that once they're installed, I can. But yeah, I'll show you these in action on my car with this wiring. So as I said before, we seal these back up and fully assemble them. We want to make sure they're tested. So let's make sure that those rings are turning on for one, and for two, that they are working with the blinker. All right, see them turning on. Let's see. All right, so that means they're not wired correctly, and these ones are. So if they're a solid yellow like this, that means you have the wrong wire. So clearly the wire out of the 3 which needs to be spliced is different between them two, because this one is wrong and this one is right, and they're on the same wire. Because this is what it should look like. All right, so this light right here, the rings only lit up solid amber, which means that's hooked up to the wrong one of these wires on the turn signal. So on the opposing side, this wire, the one farthest from this little like capacitor thing, is the right one. So on the passenger side, this one farthest from the capacitor is the correct one to make it flash yellow rather than be solid yellow. Clearly that's not the case with this one though. So I am going to safely assume it is the other one on the other side. I don't see any reason why they would randomly mix up the wires and make the ground wire that's the center on the other one be this one. However, I'm still gonna test it before I seal everything up, just cause that's how I am. All right guys, so as you can see, it is now working correctly. The switchback is triggering properly, and the halos are illuminating when they need to be, when the blinker is on. And they look damn good too, honestly. So yeah, that's how you wire this up. That's how you get it working. I don't think there's any other guides out there on YouTube or anywhere. So hopefully you found this useful, and best of luck retrofitting your E90 335 or 328.